So university moving day is just around the corner, so here are my top tips on how to make moving day as stress-free as possible. Number one is start packing early. I'm talking weeks in advance. Like, I would already probably recommend having a little pile in your house of things you want to take. If you don't start packing early, 100% you will forget something. So save yourself the hassle and start preparing now. Number two is make a list and add to it when you remember other things. So you'll probably just be going about your day and all of a sudden think, oh my God, I need to remember to pack this. So add it to a list, otherwise you might forget it. Number three is join Facebook groups. You've probably heard lots of other people talk about this, but I definitely would recommend joining Facebook groups for other people that are joining in your year. You'll also more often than not be able to find your flatmates from this group as well, and it can be really helpful to talk to each other before you go, and it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable because you kind of already know people. And also, some flats don't come with things like toasters or kettles, so if you join your flat, then you can kind of arrange who's going to buy it rather than everyone turning up with like 8 kettles. Check for any prohibited items. So most universities won't allow a mini fridge in your room unless it's for medicinal purposes, or also candles are a big no. Electric blankets sometimes aren't allowed, so I would just check your university list for any items so you don't bring things that you're not allowed. Pack with seasons in mind. So when you move into university in September, sometimes we can have really sunny, hot Septembers, but it will not be long before the cold hits. So make sure you pack with autumn and winter in mind and bring some big jumpers and coats and everything like that. Bring a doorstop and unpack with your door open. So this just makes you seem a little bit more friendly, and then you can chat to your flatmates as they walk past, and it just makes it a little bit easier to introduce yourself. Get there earlier than you think you can, so you can sort out things like Wi-Fi, get to know your surroundings, get to know where you're going, everything like that. I don't know if you have timed slots, I'm not sure how it's working this year, but if you can get there like a little bit earlier, then I definitely would recommend doing that. Next one is force yourself into the kitchen as soon as possible. It can seem very daunting, and I promise you everyone is going to be feeling a little bit nervous as well. But the sooner you go into the kitchen and start talking to your flat, the sooner you'll feel more comfortable with all of your flatmates. So I definitely would recommend chilling in the kitchen when you can. And my last point is walk around campus to get to know your surroundings. I would definitely recommend going out with a couple of friends, getting to know where you will be going for your first lecture, because the last thing you want to do is be late for your very first lecture on your first day. So just go on a little walk, get to know your surroundings, and it's also a good bonding experience to go around with your flat. So I really hope that helps. Check out my YouTube channel for more tips and university advice.